welcome to the Mailroom, episode number 8, my weekly show in which I address all of your questions, comments, concerns, and general feedback related to Diablo, StarCraft 2, or my channel. So, the first comment comes from Hassan Cam. Cool, thanks mate, funny that you hit the nail on it. It is exactly what I meant regarding quest structure. I'm pretty psyched on how the structure will be throughout Diablo 3 though. Until next time, a loyal follower. Thank you, Hassan Cam. I hate this is just, I don't know, I guess kind of a circle jerkish comment, but I totally agree with your criticism of the quest system and how it's basically like, imagine if you had a complex quest system like World of Warcraft or Skyrim's quest system, and suddenly you only had one quest. You had an ever-continuing main quest in a complex bracketed quest system like that. And so I don't have a problem with it, but considering the structure of the game, it's a little bit silly to say the least. An Impression writes, a lot of people keep asking and bitching about it, that's why I think. And this was a comment on my video, why we probably won't see LAN in StarCraft 2. Now, Impression, that's definitely one of the reasons. Another reason is we just had we had this big disconnect between, I believe it was Parting and Marine King Prime at IPL Las Vegas, and this is a huge deal, and I am trying to get more involved in the StarCraft 2 community. I'm obviously more Diablo-centric right now, but I play lots of StarCraft 2. I'm a Diamond League StarCraft 2 player. It's a big part of what I do. It is a huge hobby. I invest a lot of time into it, etc., etc., etc. I was on Reddit at 9 a.m. this morning to find out whether Naniwa or MVP won, and I was pretty upset. But anyway, thank you for your question. Next is Onyxia for the win. LOL, all the chips on the Swagtacular guy, huh? It took like 12 minutes to actually meet those armies. What a roulette. Well, the thing is, Protoss generally wins in the late game versus Terran, the way the metagame is currently set up. And furthermore, he's a Master League Protoss, and the Terran player, Whiterush, is only Diamond League. So I was heavily betting on Swagtacular. I was watching that game live, and I was pretty surprised when Whiterush won. But the thing is, Protoss has a harder time dealing with Terran mid and especially early game armies. So that's just where I'm coming from there. Sema HT says, I think there is no girl here on status update 38. Sema HT, you might be right, and hopefully one day you'll be wrong, because we should extend this to we should extend video gaming, esports, pro gaming, and the hobby and enthusiasm of video games to all genders, races, sexualities, personalities, ideologies, etc., etc. Next is another comment from Onyxia for the win. I remember in D2 having a really hard time with the Barbarian, not enough damage and average resilience, very easy kiteable. After the third city on normal with the Sorceress, the difficult part began after completing Nightmare and started Hell. I'd say that's a big difference. I would agree, and this is why I'm saying that the Witch Doctor is going to be the strongest class in Diablo 3 for a long time. Or by the strongest, I mean the best class for soloing. This is because the Witch Doctor can kite when he's run out of energy, or his special resource pool, his mana, when that runs out. He has a higher DPS than than the Wizard when the Wizard runs out of arcane energy. So that's extremely significant in and of itself, but on top of that, he also has pets that he can summon to kite with. He gets a lot of different abilities that ensnare, and in general, I think that the Witch Doctor is just going to be the best for soloing, and especially the best for soloing bosses once you have the Gargantuan that can really soak up damage for you. Next is from DreadFun1K. Keep it up, man. I have you subbed. Looking forward to more videos. Thank you for your kind words, DreadFun1K. This means a lot to someone like me who's kind of just getting started in this whole YouTube thing. But I appreciate it, man. And last but not least, Satanic Sephiroth says he was watching a certain YouTube video and found out that each difficulty setting changes in some way how the mobs attack in one sense. And what he means by this is different ads like Waller, where it makes a wall behind you, or Teleporter, or Nightmarish, different effects where a monster can hit you and make you run around in circles with fear. If you remember World of Warcraft's Fear, it's like that, only you get it with the monster's auto attack. And then there's the Waller, which makes a wall behind you and you can't run away. There's just a lot of different ads that the monsters have. So now knowing this, it is for sure going to make the game more interesting and a lot more challenging because of the whole 15-second reset on the higher difficulty settings, to list an example. Yes, this is definitely true. And furthermore, the thing is, because it takes 15 seconds to switch your skills, it's hard to do this. It's hard to engage groups of rare spawns that are really strong unless you know what you're getting into, but I don't think that's as significant as the Nephilim Valor buff. The Nephilim Valor buff makes it so the longer you go in Inferno without switching up your build, the greater your magic find and the greater your gold find is. I know that's not exactly what it does, but that's the gist of what it does and how it will. That's not how it will work, but that's essentially what the goal of it is. So the game is rewarding you for picking one build that can handle anything. So you really have to invest in making one specific build that you feel comfortable kind of confronting everything with. And what you're talking about here is just another way of solidifying. The 15-second cooldown is just another way of solidifying this. But anyway, thank you for watching. My mouth is really dry, I'm sorry. I came home and grabbed all the feedback I had saved up and a couple other comments that I didn't notice that I had, and strung them all together. I did not have time today to put captions on the movie. I am ever so sorry about that. Hopefully I'll get back to that next week. I've also started streaming at twitch.tv, www.twitch.tv/MackX10. You can find me on Twitter at MackX10. Both of these links will be in the video's information. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and I will catch you next time with a Diablo 3 status update coming at you this Friday night.